It is your owners of Crossfire Wrestling. And we're here to tell you about June 1st. The NWA goes back to the territories where you can see Exodus Pro, JCP, NWA Chicago, Crossfire! That's right, the Page Sisters Crossfire Wrestling is coming back to the territories, and we're bringing the juice. We're firing on all cylinders, and all we can say to everyone else is don't get caught in the crossfire.
Boyo Del Mar here for the new NWA Official Wrestling Magazine, online exclusively at NationalWrestlingAlliance.com. Read about all the stars of the National Wrestling Alliance now at NationalWrestlingAlliance.com. Scroll to the top and click Magazine.
Get ready to journey back to the territory Saturday, June 1st in Knoxville, Tennessee. Witness the clash of legends and rising stars from 6 powerhouse companies under one roof on our final stop on the road to NWA 76. Visit NWALiveEvents.com for tickets today.
Saturday, August 31st, celebrate 76 years of the National Wrestling Alliance as we return to the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia. Join us as we reclaim the sport's most historic legacy in wrestling's hottest city on a night that promises to be filled with action, intensity, and surprises you don't want to miss. Visit NWALiveEvents.com for tickets today.
All right, fine. I guess we'll do a live stream. Let me take that off the screen. What is up, you beautiful people? This is Gary Hornet. This is the NWA, the show celebrating the past, present, future, history, legacy, and tradition of the greatest pro wrestling entity of all time. Of course, we're talking about the National Wrestling Alliance. And it's Memorial Day, and a lot of people are doing their own thing. But, you know, we figured we'll be here for you guys.
Why not? It's a Monday. We don't want to break up the thing that we usually do. I laughed that you started the show this way because I saw the NWA tweet. All right, fine, we'll do a live stream. Come hang out. I was like, that's funny. And then you said it. I was like, oh shit, is that Gary that says that? Spoiler alert, guys. Gary.
What? It is me. It is me. Yeah,
my fault. We're late too. I started talking.
We were talking about WCW in '92 before we came on live, and then 10 minutes into it, Deals goes, "Why didn't we just do this on the air?" We're talking about
and that's the thing today.
92. We're talking about
today is loose. We can talk about whatever you want. All the fans of the National Wrestling Alliance. Of course, we want to talk about NWA and what's going on. We're going to talk about Power in the Tuesday that's coming up. We're going to talk about Back to the Territories, which is going to be available to you to see live, I guess I should say, on June 1st. If you haven't already got your tickets for that, you should get them now because that show is going to be awesome. And
packed. Awesome packed. You're going to have 6 territories. Well, 4 territories and 2 friends of the territories. It's going to be talent from all over the United States coming together under the National Wrestling Alliance banner. Of course, NWALiveEvents.com is where you want to be there. And these will be taped for future episodes of Power. Just like if you're following the Crockett Cup, you got to make sure you're doing that. But before we get to the cup, let's get to another kind of thing that someone could win: a championship, a belt, a return, a classic coming back to the forefront of modern professional wrestling. It is the NWA Mid-America Heavyweight Championship. It will be decided, and spoiler, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this or not, it'll be decided in a 4-win match. Just putting that out there.
You guys said it last week. So
I don't know what I say, and I don't know what I know. And
I think Joe said it. Joe said
fantastic.
A special belt. That belt's been held by Steve Kern there, Bill Dundee, beautiful Bobby Eaton, Dutch Mantell, it's been held.
I
by
would love
everybody.
if Plunkett was in the match and he got it because he never got a chance to hold it when the title was reactivated in the mid 2000s at the NWA show at Nashville.
Also, that
Well, we
championship
know.
What a
annoys the
story.
shit out of Pollo Del Mar because it's N.W.A. Every time Pollo sees that championship, oh God, look at it. The way the NWA is. I don't know why I made her sound like freaking.
Pollo hates it.
Yeah, it's that's for SEO reasons. I mean, those of you know about that, it's like
Don't get all technical. Don't get all technical.
I'm just saying, it makes it tough because you're like, what do I search for? Do I search for in.w.a.
Yeah, what's
or do I search
SEO?
NWA? Search engine optimization.
Oh,
is what that stands.
Man.
SEO.
Damn,
Yeah.
you're so smart and handsome.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it said COO. I was going to say he's right underneath it.
Yeah, no, it's just for you to like if you search for something involving this, how quickly will Google find it? Basically,
You're my coup, Kyle.
Well, that's why I didn't want you to say it because sometimes I lack knowledge like that. It's just going to perpetuate the stereotype that was established in episode 3 and 4 of Carneyland. Available now on the CW network. Go to cwtv.com. No subscription required, or download the app. Gee, what's that? I know that guy. You want a reality show with that guy in it where he really, really hates on me? We've got one for you. Tune in. 8 episodes available now. Watch it all. Over an 8-point rating on Internet Movie Database.
What happened to Tim?
I love that.
What happened to Tim?
Happened to Tim? Tim this last week on NWA Power.
Tim got a little jostled in the brain. He went.
I think
to
he's in concussion protocol.
I know that Jax has given us an update, and he's going to update the fans tomorrow night. Yeah, there's some wonkiness with it, and we'll leave it.
Concussion protocol.
I've heard some rumors, and Jack Stain should be able to clear the air for us coming up very shortly. Tim is okay. He's healthy, but his brain's a little broken. I don't know how to say this nicely. Jax will update us in the coming days.
That's right. Tune in and find out.
Tune in and find out. If you don't know what we're talking about, you want to check out that last week's episode of NWA Power. It's available right now on demand for you to watch. CWTV.com or download the app. You can watch it there on demand anytime, free of charge. It's you definitely want to check that. Deals. It's Memorial Day, and you've got a special deal for the people.
I got online today. Is there a discount? And I said, wait for deals on the show.
Yeah. Well, and actually got the
email blast today.
Yeah.
First thing this morning, got an email blast for those. If you're not on the email list, you want to do that over at the website, nationalwrestlingalliance.com. But there you go. You can get to the shop.
I'm going to keep that active for a couple days too.
Mike up here says, why did it take Idol so long to help his girl Markova? You know what? Selfishness. Who knows? In fact, there's a part of me that thinks that Tim Storm, even in his dazed state, maybe just saw somebody with long hair that was blonde, and he thought it was Brian, and that's why he left the claw on. It wasn't any contact. It was just because he's like, I don't like that guy. I watched him on the reality show. Claw hold, claw hold, claw hold. Oh, man, that was a woman, not Brian. My mistake. I
totally thought that was Austin Idol he was talking about. I was like, what? I was like, what the hell? What did Austin do? And I didn't
Austin Idol, though, I could also imagine would have just left Natalia.
Yeah, he was like, whoa.
Oh, yeah, boy, Dexter. Look at her.
There is some new merch, Jam Music Band. There is actually. There is some new stuff. There's that green shirt. Do you have any pictures? Well, this I should have this jersey any day. I know. I talked to my lady Penny. They're done and they're on the way to me. I hope to have them on the 1st. If I don't, I'll probably have them the day after. Either way, they are on the way to me.
What about the tracksuit?
The tracksuit, I actually had a week-long battle with that tracksuit, and we should have that tracksuit in about a week also. It got delayed. There was a problem with the production, and I fixed it, but it was a pain in the ass. That yellow shirt is nearly gone.
Already?
Yeah. Well, it was nearly gone after I first put it out. So it's just been slowly trickling the rest of that. One's brand new. That one is flying. I may have to remake more of that, but actually I think I'm gonna do something for Kyle and invert the colors.
Yes, please.
Kyle loves the color variant.
Also, it's been flying because Deals, where the warehouses where you're located, you had some nasty weather on the way possibly there. I saw there was So how's that? How's the weather for you?
Hail yesterday out of nowhere.
Hale Collins?
Well, I wish, but no. I was driving, and here came the storm. Couldn't see a foot in front of me. Hail everywhere. It sounded like, it was crazy. And then it was gone, and it was clear. And then it's clear all day today in Nashville. It's weird. But the storms went up towards Louisville, and Aaron Stephen was live. He was trying to live IG during the tornado warning. You could hear the sirens in the background. He's like, look at this. Oh, my God, it's getting bad. And then he cut it off and took off.
I should check in on the manager of champions.
Yeah. You might want to check in on that. But the
website, and then if
you away, would it affect the Crockett Cup and BFT in the Crockett Cup? Could they be as dominant of a champion, or as they're in the tournament, could they be successful if Aaron Stevens was taken away by a tornado?
Without their Chuck Noll, I don't know. That's a legendary coach, Kyle.
Thank you.
Alex Misery in the chat there.
Alexander Miserable.
Yeah. I'm seeing in the chat, by the way, a lot of people asking, hey, someone wants to watch NWA in Canada. That's fantastic. That's a CW issue that I hope they're working on, but I could tell you one way or the other, by year's end, we should be able to have people be able to view content outside of the United States.
Yeah, we don't like it either.
I don't want to give a date.
It. We want everybody to see it. We don't hate anybody. We want to talk to everybody available to watch it. So I promise you, we hear you, we see you, we love you.
I want the French to be able to see me being incompetent on a reality show
and say "Sacre bleu." That's how.
Yeah, because we got NWA Power
have
now.
A job. Yeah, go do this. They throw fucking croissants at the screen. Sorry, language.
NWA Power. We got Billy Corgan's Adventures in Cardiland. And but yeah, it's tough. It's just a logistical thing right now. I promise you, there will be an answer someday soon.
Also, though, there are shorts. Might have to make more of the shorts. They're already. I might make a different style because
I saw a request for the jorts.
Jean shorts.
No.
You can make your own.
Yeah, no jean shorts. Yeah, you can. That's what we did in the 80s.
Your
legs off jean pants.
You get a little pair of scissors.
Thank you, Carrie. NWA, the Billy Corgan's Adventures in Cardiland, by the way, if you have access to it, and people in the chat, other people are willing to help you if you're in different areas and that kind of thing to see this. But Billy Corgan's Adventures in Cardiland is available also on demand right now, and it is fantastic. It's a fun reality show to watch. You can see the ad for it behind Kyle.
I was
having
a real challenge on how to get out of the way.
The shorts are not totally out of stock. Large and XL are out of stock. I got a little bit of stock of the other stuff.
Yeah. So we love NWAB Worldwide. In fact, EC3 defending the World's Heavyweight Championship.
He's going to Japan, right?
Pro wrestling. Yeah.
True.
So look at that. I mean, that is amazing.
Hey,
EC3, I got to say, a true World's Heavyweight Champion. There have been champions in the past where people have been like crediting them for how much they took this title and did everything. EC3 has done more for that belt than he has been amazing. A true world's champion.
I got to call timeout real quick. Aaron Stephen is in the chat. The Sultan of Swag is in the chat.
I said you're
Look
okay.
at that. Well, that's why you called him out. He said Danny Deals.
No, he survived the tornado. He fought it off by himself.
We got Joe Kazana in the chat.
He went out and stood there. I saw it live on Instagram and said, "Be gone."
Jeremy Harris saying Billy should buy TNA. Jeremy, I don't know if you know the history of that story there, but geez, man, if that had happened in the past, we wouldn't be here right now.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. That's where I met Billy, and he almost did at one point buy it. Also, it's not for sale. They're owned by a television syndicator. They're not.
We got on here right there. I saw McFarlane earlier, which reminded me that tomorrow the Dark Side throwback figure, Mega Fig from McFarlane Toys, goes on sale pre-order. If anybody here collects comic book action figures, Joe Galley is at a cookout, I'm told, and he is right here in the chat, hitting it up, petting dogs, eating hot dogs, not eating dogs that he would pet.
He only said hi to Gary though, Kyle. Not me, not you, just Gary. Says hi.
I already talked to him today. He knows. He's my work husband.
He can still say hi to you.
By the way, I got offered an opportunity at having action figures made of me. And I was like, nobody wants a Kyle Davis action figure. And I passed this along to Joe. And Joe goes, oh, people would buy an action figure of me. I might do that deal then instead. So I got them in contact. So Joe Galley, ladies and gentlemen, might have an action figure in the future. Make sure you buy it to prove him right.
I'd have a Kyle action figure. I'd put it right next to my Dixie Carter one. I have a Dixie Carter one that sits in my my cup by the computer.
Kyle collect wrestling figures?
I collect comic book figures predominantly. That's what you mostly see in there. Horror figures, comic book figures, Marvel and DC. I do have some wrestling figures there, just classics of people that I've always been a huge fan of. Also, a bunch of Bryan Danielsons. Wait a second. Joe? What are you doing there?
Shut up, Kyle. I don't want to hear it.
I thought you were at a barbecue. I thought you were at a barbecue. He's drunk.
Yeah, but you're at a pool party.
Danny Deals. This right here, the best merch you've ever made.
Oh, that one right there?
This one right here.
Okay. I got to make more of them.
And wear the polo shirt that some people would wear. But no, I came in, hot tag, I'm in with this. You need to buy this right now at the shop. Is there?
I got to make more.
There's a discount, right, Danny Deals?
Yeah, there is. Memorable
there is a discount right now. Look at that.
That's good to know, Mike. Thank you for the heads up.
20% off.
And I got to make more of them tanks because they're nearly gone.
They're great.
Yeah.
I like it. We've ever made.
Oh, I got to be honest. The tanks don't fit me right.
Yeah, because you're weird. You got a weird body. You're not like a normal human being. You got a weird body.
I do. It upsets me.
When I made those tanks, too, I was like, Kyle's going to love this thing here.
Yeah, I put it, and I was like, damn it, it doesn't fit me right. It fits a normal human being right, but I'm like an egg.
AT's in the chat.
AT, baby. AT coming up, Crockett Cup. He's got that junior heavyweight championship opportunity. I kind of hope he shuts up our little champion there.
Who?
I don't mean little. I mean, geez,
you're talking about Joe Alonzo. Yeah,
yes.
Joe Alonzo.
One of your favorites, Kyle.
I love Joe Alonzo, but he does have moments where he ran to my hotel room and smacked me one time.
He did.
You earned it.
All the way from Chicago.
And while we're celebrating the Memorial Day, my filter's very low, so I find Joe entertaining, but also.
Am I strobing weird? Does my video look weird?
No, you're no. That's the effects of whatever you drink.
Hold on.
Joe, did you try that new
party's doing that?
They make this CBD mushroom drink now, and I was kind of curious to try it out. And I'm sure, but it's expensive. It's like you get a 6-pack for like $120.
We cannot wait either, Donald Gibson, what Donald's talking about there right now. Knoxville next weekend. If you want to see the NWA live, you got to go back to the territories. I think this is an underrated event for the National Wrestling Alliance. I don't think people get how cool this is. All of the territories coming together.
Did you get that new poster, Gary?
Oh, that new one's real good.
Oh, you know what? I do need to go get that. Hold on.
There it is right there for you folks.
Look at that. That old school professional wrestling poster. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
That's fantastic. That's made by Haban Huerta.
By the way, Trevor Murdoch just posting shirtless videos online right now. Him chilling, wishing everybody a happy Memorial Day.
Thank you, Mikey.
Deals.
I like Mikey's mustache. Mikey's got a good mustache.
Well,
we got to have some cool merch for Knoxville, right?
Well, I made a shirt just for it. Yes,
I'm getting one.
I made a shirt just for it. Double-sided shirt.
Whoa, 2 sides.
Yeah, 2. Well, there's so many promotions you can't put them all in one. And it was actually
4-sided shirts for really round people, like they could have front and back and both sides.
And Kyle assisted with the design.
Whoa!
Yeah. I made an executive decision. I said
he just said, "That's too much shit. Put it on the back."
Yeah, I said, you should put that on the back. It'll end up a logo on the chest. That'll be nice. I don't know if he followed my lead, but who knows?
I did.
The Crockett Cup is ongoing, and this is happening right now. I do want to keep the topics as we can on some Wrestling Alliance, and look at this. This is I don't know. I'm just curious. Right now, what have we seen so far? We've seen
10 advanced and
Looks to Kill have advanced.
Where's the other one?
No, number 10 Looks to Kill, and Knox and Murdoch advanced.
That's right. Yeah.
Faithful. So we know that Knox and Murdoch are going to be facing the Looks That Kill in the Crockett Cup. So that's interesting. But only that section of the bracket's been decided so far. We've still got 3 other sections that have to move forward into that quarterfinal round.
And you know what, Gary? I still have some Crockett Cup shirts left over that I put online as well. And a few blank posters for the Mike Durbins of the world, who loves the blank unsigned posters.
I like them too.
Yes.
Not for nothing.
Yeah.
I'm just curious from the chat. Who are you guys calling for the Crockett Cup? Any bracket busters? I want to hear from you.
Deals and Galley all the way.
That's right.
17 seed right here.
I was going to say Immortals, but I'll go with Deals and Galley.
Yeah, we're going to do a double. We're going to do a double.
I would go with.
I was going to say, what's your finish, kids?
That's it. Double.
I would love.
Hey, you want to deal in some merch? Lay down. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, look, Cruzito's on it. See,
he knows.
So Joe Galley's getting an action figure, and he's going to the Crockett Cup. And
I would love
Busted Open this week.
The Crockett Cup.
And if you listen to Busted Open this week, I put him over so hard.
You really did.
I made
want
a
to see
90-second video of them putting me over, and it was so hard to get it to 90 seconds. It was actually 5 minutes of them putting me over, and it was so hard to cut it down to an Instagram reel.
It's tougher than people realize, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thunder Rosa really was
trimming
just
it.
like Joe Galley's amazing, all that stuff. It's just, who would have thought?
That the person you're seeing there, Deals and Galley for the Crockett Cup, that's Ibon Huerta. If you don't follow him on social medias, you should. He is the graphics man. Look at that.
Look at that. Damn, you
Awesome.
work quick, baby.
He is amazing. I love that old school style poster he's made
Can we
for the
print
show.
that one?
yeah, I'm gonna have to get tricky because it just came out, and so I've got a few days to do it. But I might be able to print it locally in Knoxville. So.
I'd like that. That's great. That makes me happy. Those are people I like on that poster. Spoiler.
Says Kyle almost never. That makes me happy.
But still looking for it.
Deals and Galley versus the looks that kill for Kyle's job.
Come on now.
That feels like
probably take it. To be
that
honest.
feels like a spin-off of Billy Corgan's Adventures in Carney Land.
If we have to save Kyle, those two are getting life.
No.
That's what's happening.
Look at that. Mike Durban was
down
with Vince Russo today, and he put over Joe Galley as well. Look, Vince Russo putting over.
If there's one guy who knows, it's definitely not the guy I did commentary with for 2 years. It's Vince Russo.
Does Vince Russo give a shit about me?
No.
Fuck.
No.
Eric Jones, put the bracket back up to see who can really break
it.
it.
About me. Why is he
let's.
All I know is
if you talk about
but if we're really going to address the bracket, I mean, if we're going to be serious about the bracket for a second, I mean, there's only one way to do it. You got to have somebody who knows about tag team wrestling, clearly an expert. We got a special guest, completely unplanned. Let's bring on Aaron Stevens, who's here hanging out with us today.
Rip up, little brother.
What's going on? What's going on?
I'm going to fall out of my chair.
Memorial Day weekend. We're Crockett Cup. We all got the gear on.
Aaron, you've got that shirt on. Rip them.
I
love that.
Well, it's red, white, and blue. You gotta dress up for the occasion.
Hey, before we get to the Crock Cup, Aaron, you have to tell everybody about how you saved the city of Louisville last night when you told that tornado, sir, you need to go the other way. I saw it. It was on Instagram Live.
There were sirens going off. Branches were falling. Okay. There was a Volkswagen that was about ready to be sucked up. And someone had to do something. So I went out there and I just said, that's enough. And then, Danny Deal saw it himself with his own 2 eyes. This is nothing. We're not exaggerating here.
Yep.
And the city of Louisville is saved. There are several people without power, but speaking of power, we're talking tomorrow. We're going to have plenty of power on the CW app, and we were talking about the Crockett Cup, weren't we?
Yes,
we were talking about the Crockett Cup. Yeah.
What's on power tomorrow, Gary? Let's run through it.
Well, two Crockett Cup matches are happening tomorrow night on NWA Power. You're going to get the Southern Six versus the Slime Balls, number 3 seed versus number 14 seed.
Yep. And you know what? My money, I'm not going to lie, it's on the 6. However, what the Slime Balls are able to do, you know what? They are able to take situations and they're able to kind of seep to levels so low that normal people, like we don't even think about going there. I mean, these people hang out in garbage cans. We've seen them pop out of dumpsters. You know, they carry around bottles of water that's with questionable liquid in it. And I'll just
whoa, hey now.
Look at this.
What it is, baby.
Now Alex Taylor is here. He heard you talking about the Southern Six and he joined the chat.
That's right. Yeah, and I said my money's on, you know, Morton and Silas over the Slime Balls, but they're a very unpredictable team. So you know what? In the NWA, you have to watch to find out what's going on because, as we know, anything can and does happen.
That's right, baby. A smart man wouldn't bet against Thrill Billy and Carrie.
No. I mean, there's a skill level there, but you never know.
All right. Well, the
I
other
can damn well guarantee, though.
All
right. Well, what about these two, Alex? You're familiar with the Stew Crew, and they're going to be coming in from JCP Southeast, and they're challenging Daisy Kill and Talos, and that is the number 12 seed versus the number 5 seed. What would a person like you wrestle the Stew Crew? I think during the tournament match that they won the JCP Southeast Tag Team Championships. Like what's your thoughts on this one?
Oh, them boys getting led to slaughter.
Somebody's going to ride the lightning.
Oh, brother.
All right. So they're at a high level at JCP Southeast, you're saying, but just not quite there to win the Crockett Cup.
No, not against those brothers.
You know,
Daisy and Talos, a little bit too much power there. I'm telling you, somebody's going to ride the lightning, Daddy.
That's right. And you know what's funny about the Crockett Cup? And we kind of joke in the back. The Crockett Cup is like our Catalina wine mixer, you know, from Step Brothers, where, you know, they say the effing Catalina wine mixer. Something always happens at the Crockett Cup that's unpredictable. Something always goes down. And you know what? I firmly believe this year will be no different. And it's one of our biggest signature events, really.
No, it's definitely one that I look forward to the most for sure. I love tag team wrestling and I love tournaments, so it's like the perfect mix. Here's the brackets for those that were asking in the chat. This is what obviously I haven't got the update. It was that Knox and Murdoch have advanced, Looks That Kill have advanced due to that weird incident with Tim Storm. Whatever's going on with him, we'll find out more about that this week, I'm sure. But so other than that, the field is open there, and you can see what's going on. And it looks like we're going to learn a lot about, let's see, number 5 and number 12 down there on the bottom left are going to be facing off this week on NWA Power. And you're also going to see the number 3 and number 14 over there at the bottom right. You're going to see those two face off. So we're going to get some more advancements this week.
Look at BFP at number 1.
It's a very stacked tournament. And you know what? What's interesting, are we going to be seeing some of these people this weekend at Back to the Territories?
I think so. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, Slime Ball's representing Exodus Pro, which you've also been touted as representing. Exodus Pro.
Crew will probably be there. Yeah.
It's like, all right. So now if someone's listening and they're thinking about coming to this event, what is, and of course I know and look at that, Danny Deals with Man's Best Friend right there. Look at him. What a guard dog. what a good dog he is. And what is going to make this event different? What will someone see as opposed to an episode of Power? You know, I was doing an interview with I believe Rob was his name, and
99 or 97.7, the Fan.
Yeah, and he's driving 3 hours to go see this. And you know, we all know the answer to it, but from your all's perspective, why is this going to be so special?
It's a great question, Aaron, and let me answer it for you, because here's the thing. You know, we got a big locker room when it comes to the NWA. We got some of the best, you, AT included on that. But we've got a lot of new faces. We got a lot of people coming in from all of these different territories, all 6 territories or regional affiliates, whatever you want to call them. They're all coming in, and we've got some brand new faces along with our illustrious stars that we have, like Aaron Stevens, like Alex Taylor, like EC3, like Kenzie Page. We got a lot of new faces that are going to be the face of the sport of professional wrestling in the future. You want to see them first, and that's why you want to be at the Crockett Cup, or excuse me, at Back to the Territories coming up in Knoxville. And not only that, The Mid-American Heavyweight Championship is coming back, baby. We're having a new champ. There it is right there. Look at that belt. That belt's coming back, and it is the vintage style of that belt. Saturday, June 1st. Stop laughing, Kyle. I can hear you.
That wasn't me.
Yeah, I know it's you. I know your laugh. We talk every day, but we don't talk nearly enough about the Mid-America Heavyweight Championship coming back in. I'm going to break the news to you folks. Fatal 4-way. Who's going to be the top 4 stars fighting for that belt? You tell me in the chat.
Wow.
Joe has a lot of my energy tonight. This is great. Joe, we went over that earlier in the show when you were not here yet. I'm glad you're recapping, and I made sure that everybody knew Pollo Del Mar hates the NWA on that championship.
Well, just for the dots. But what I'm curious about is I've legitimately seen split opinions on this. And every time we've mentioned the Mid-American Championship, some people are like, please redesign that title. And some people are very much, please do not redesign that title. It's classic.
Yeah.
Where do you guys stand on that?
We're keeping it.
It looks
you don't
great.
like it, too bad.
I love it.
The National Wrestling Alliance brings the past to the modern, and this is just another example of that. Even our modern championships have a flair and kind of a basis based off of something that existed before. This championship, there's nothing like it in professional wrestling. Let's run with that. There's always time.
Let's ask the man with the $10,000 jacket and $5,000 haircut and $2,000 shoes. What do you think, Aaron?
I think today too many people, they're putting too much emphasis on the sizzle and not enough on the steak. It's what the championship belt represents, right? The reason why our 10 pounds of gold, and it's a beautiful looking title, but it's being defended in Japan in the next few days by our heavyweight champion EC3. The NWA, we are, and I say redefining pro wrestling, but when you look at the event like the Crockett Cup and what that has become in terms of tag teams from all over the world won in on it. If you look at the territory system, which we are revamping and bringing back true pro wrestling, because people have lost that. And with that, we're going to get the Mid-America Championship. And, you know, a lot of people, I don't like the way the belt looks, and this and that. It's about what the belt means. And you know what? As we've said, it's wrestling the way it should be. Pro wrestling is back. And June 1st, Knoxville, Tennessee. If you have any doubts, I mean, tickets are like $10?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. As low as $7, I think.
I mean, come on. That's vintage prices. Never mind vintage titles. We're going vintage prices, but I guarantee you will see action like you've never had before. And it's again, a lot of these half-wits about this and that and the belts, and I don't like this and I don't like the way the light. If you look at the action and if you look at the numbers we're doing, we're working. Almost 3,000 people in Dothan, Alabama. Sarasota, almost sold out. We were close to 3,000 there. And here in Knoxville, this upcoming weekend, it's going to be no different. And you know what? You're going to have to go check it out to find out. And if not, well, then you may be able to see it on the CW app.
I love that. And one of the people that is going to be back for the because I get to pick things that show up on this show, and I'm just going to say,
show it
here.
Show it.
Do it.
Scheduled to appear, Jeremiah Plunkett. I'm happy to see Plunky back.
Yeah.
Back to the territories. I know you people love some Jeremiah Plunkett, and he is as old school and just classic professional wrestling as you get.
Old
I love this
Plunkerino.
guy.
Let me tell you something about Plunkerino too. He can twist you up like you have no idea. You have no idea. Just because he's a nice guy to us here, Plunky will twist you up. He's also one of the most ripped off wrestlers in Tennessee. People love to steal his stuff all the time.
Even the rival territories at Exodus Pro Wrestling love some Plunky.
That's
Needs
right.
a manager. Maybe needs someone to keep him on a straight and narrow.
Whoa.
A good one, not like any of the other ones that have managed him in the past.
Hey!
Not any of those people, but maybe Aaron Stevens could fix it.
I had an ill-begotten shirt on yesterday, and Samantha was like, "What's an ill-begotten?" I had to explain to her what it was.
It was a great shirt. It was a Sex Pistols inspired T-shirt. It was a good
I love
shirt.
that the chat is also in on this. We love you. We
Everybody
love
loves
And then I
Plunky.
had to explain why Rush Freeman buries every group he's in, but Alex Taylor elevates every group he's in.
Is this breaking
Whoa,
news from
wait a
Joe
minute.
Kazana Promotions? What is this?
What?
This is why he is repping NWA/JCP in the Mid-America title match.
My
early.
My money's on Plunky. Plunky takes that title. Let me tell you something, too. Plunky, he still makes all the towns, Daddy.
That's a shirt. Plunky makes all the towns.
He does. Maybe it is.
Man, it's interesting that Mr. Kazana, and I am a friend of Joe. I think the man is an excellent promoter. I think he's an excellent businessman. He's a wonderful father. But this is taking place in his backyard. Do you guys think this is going to be a home court advantage for Joe Kazana and the people repping JCP Promotions?
Hold on now.
Maybe.
No,
We got
not at all.
KSW right up the road in Sevierville. That's like what, 45 minutes deals?
Yeah,
It's that
about.
close. We got two territories that are right next to each other. They're banging it out.
Also, the referees on this show will be NWA referees, completely unbiased, no matter what Danny Deal says, which means these matches, no matter who's involved, no matter where it's taking place, in the words of Fonzie, right down the middle, Daddy. I don't have a whistle.
Hey, man. Look.
Well,
that's
check to make sure it goes that way.
You know what, though, Aaron? Speaking of Papa Joe, he's kind of had an edge lately. It's like I think he's getting a little heated lately. He's might be going to the dark side of the force a little bit.
I think Joe's the kind of guy that will always keep his composure no matter what. And we all have. I mean, look, you especially Joe and Kyle.
Well, he got suspended.
I've been guilty of getting a little emotional and excited at times. And you know what? Joe Kazana, he's been in the business for a very, very long time. He understands the business. And I think he's the guy that's just he's gonna keep his composure. But you know what? I would be hard pressed to think if that belt is not going to come back to Exodus Pro.
Whoa. Whoa.
I love that.
Trash.
And they're already in the chat saying they're not spoiling it because they're professional.
I guess
so they're not going to tell you who's coming up.
So I was going to say, who's repping Exodus Pro?
You got to have a plan.
It could be Aaron Stevens.
Hey, guys, no jazz before the Rumble. You know the rules. All right?
I didn't even think about that.
That was a deep cut right there.
Kazana Town, Knoxville. I love that. So a lot of smack talk already in the chat.
But like I said, no jazz before the Rumble. All right. Whoa.
Yeah, Jazz doesn't wrestle. She helps the talent of the future.
That's a line from the Outsiders, Kyle.
Yeah, come on.
Aaron, you wrestled at the last Exodus Pro show? I thought you were taking it easy in the ring.
There was an issue. And you know what? I never take it easy. I've just taken it in a different direction. And that's where I've been going with the ministerial services. I got to stop tornadoes. I got to keep blunt force trauma adorned with the World Tag Team Championships. And there was an issue with this guy. He called himself MBJ. And let's just say he had to get checked. And he got checked in a real way.
This is why you've got to go see the territory shows live, because that's the best way to experience them. You can see all it's like different worlds of professional wrestling going on in each single territory. That's what makes this show so cool. Back to the territories is that all of these worlds collide.
Hey, brother just showed up in the chat, Aaron. He's claiming you're evil. He's right there.
Whoa.
Who? I was gonna say, I heard a rumor that it wasn't a tornado, that it was actually BFT training.
He just said he didn't get checked.
Whoa!
Hey! How do I know that's him? That's clearly an imposter. MBJ, he likes to think he's smooth, and he has done some very nefarious things to me.
So do we trust Jesus or you?
What's that?
Do we trust Jesus or you? Because he just said this man lies.
He's not shoot Jesus. He's not shoot Jesus.
I mean,
I don't know that.
Is what I'm saying.
He's not shoot Jesus. From 2,000 years ago.
Well,
he ain't that one. He's a different Jesus.
Was it that time of the year for him to come back again?
It ain't Easter, brother.
He don't job for anybody. He does not job for anybody.
Hell no.
He's got one hell of a comeback, though.
Oh, yes, he does. The earth will shake.
Rip out 3, come back, push stone, start a movement.
Yep. It's interesting, though. When we talk about the territories, and we do have this, where every territory we have it's a very unique style. You know how we do it at Exodus Pro. It's very, very similar to your kind of like, I don't want to say Northeast, but like it's very TV. You know, you're going to see the larger than life personalities.
It's Rust Belt, Vergania.
Yeah, and then you know you got Joe Kazana, who is really like on a grassroots. You know, it is NWA and true to the core, right? And we're all under the NWA banner, but it is that Southern style, smash mouth, just punch in the face wrestling, right?
That was at the last show, and Sal went Memphis and threw fire at somebody.
Exactly.
So well. Great art.
So, you know, of course, we have Chicago, the very kind of brash, in your face, don't care about anyone.
Joe Lonzo.
The Florida territory, whom, you know, Florida has always, you know, it's this weird kind of combination, right, of like your television wrestling, but at the same time, the work rate in Florida has always stood out. You have some of the greats to go through this. So it's going to be quite an interesting thing because, again, while all under the NWA banner, there's a definite kind of clash of styles, and you're going to see that. I think that's another reason why this is going to be a really cool show.
Gary, do me a
Crossfire's
favor.
got a ton of light heavyweights coming.
Gary, pull
Yeah.
me up
Manbun's
that
not gonna be
ABC
there.
Stardust comment.
ABC Stardust. Let's see. Alex, you will beat Alonzo for that belt.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna speak on that tomorrow on Power. Okay, you'll hear
Yeah.
my thoughts tomorrow.
Yo, let me speak
Okay.
on it.
You know,
All right,
speaking
all right.
of Back to the Territories here, I haven't heard anybody mention that Matt Cardona is making his NWA return at Back to the Territories and has told
He
me
sure is.
in text threads as we were talking action figures, I plan on making the show my own, whatever that means.
That means no pot, for one. I know that from his following on social media.
gonna be a
Nobody's
problem.
smoking the ganja.
Good luck.
That's probably illegal in Knoxville anyways.
Oh, then you don't do it then. That's it.
I have a
You don't
card.
do it.
I have a card.
No, not for Knoxville, you don't.
No.
When do we get to see
never
Brian
cared
Idol's
where you live.
territory? Well, Brian Idol doesn't
Is
have
that a
an official
euphemism?
territory.
Because I don't want to see
but-
Brian Idol's territory.
But Fight the World Wrestling Showdown, being rep by National Wrestling Alliance, is coming up on June 21st. So you can check that out. You see some folks there on that one. And so that show is coming up. Kyle's best friend. I don't know if you're booked for that, Kyle, but
Nope, he doesn't
got
book me. He just relies on me to get the people that he wants to work there to know that they're supposed to be working there.
okay.
Tom looks great.
And handle Ticketmaster.
Tom looks great as always. So
Tan, you know, just it's funny, right? With the tans, you get Tom Latimer and you get Tim Storm, and Tom has always been just like a point or even half a point under Tim as far as the tan goes. There is no other human being alive, in my opinion, that has a tan like Tim Storm and has had one consistently. Tom is
Undisputed.
the only one that gets close, though.
Joe
it's true.
Steels, I'll never forget Tim Storm's taint.
What?
what?
Well,
What did you
We're
just
gonna
say?
reference something nobody's gonna get in the chat and nobody wants to talk about, Kyle. Jesus. What is
It
everybody?
was
gonna
a
say
it was
about
a
the
joke
chat
about
now?
Tim Storm. It was a joke.
No.
We actually hold on.
Shut
No,
up,
no, no.
Kyle. Let's move on.
No, no.
on.
Joe
I
wants
was
to
going
move
to
on.
explain
I'm
without
scared
giving
for the
details.
love stream, Kyle. Is this okay?
It's a PG show.
Come
It is
on
a PG
now.
show.
Oh my God.
PG show, damn it.
We actually had to shut down a show for 5 minutes because we made a joke about something and it made Joe laugh so hard. Joe actually lost his composure for 5 minutes straight and we could not film television.
I peed a little.
Okay.
And the whole idea was Tim Storm has such a dark tan, you can only imagine the parts of his body you can't see.
Is AJ Francis the next Tyrus? There's only one Tyrus, buddy. Is it just because he's
What does
bald?
that even
No.
mean? Is AJ Francis hosting shows
Yeah.
on Fox News now?
Yeah, is he selling books? Is he
Which you
doing
can
like
text me
stand
on
tours?
now about once a month. Just saying.
He texts you
Yeah,
only once a
you
month.
see
That's
Aaron
your buddy.
Stevens on there. Yeah, that's right.
Yep. I've been on there twice. Things are looking up in that respect too. And you know what, Mr. Danny Deals, I think you'd be a good guest on that show.
Which one?
On the Gutfield show. I think you'd be great.
We got to bring this up. We just got a super chat for $5. DJ Eric, thanks for that. Idol Stevens,
Ooh,
please
old
try
school.
to bring the NWA to Louisville, Kentucky.
Keep those $5 coming, and we can talk about it.
Yeah, we can talk about that more. We'll gladly address that if you keep donating money. Thank you so much.
He used the classic name, Aaron.
You know what? Yeah, here. You know what's funny? I had to go renew my driver's license like a few months ago, and I go to the DMV, and I mean, look, I've had a bunch of names over the years, but like, as I'm at the DMV, I hear Idol, and it was a fan from OVW from like back in the day. And needless to say, I didn't have to get a ticket. I got my license renewed real quick, but it was just crazy how like the fans in Louisville, it's a really interesting town in terms of like how loyal they are. And I think the NWA would do very well here. Of course there's OVW and things like that, but I've never worked the Louisville Gardens, and I don't think you can anymore. But there's
I don't think you still can.
Like it's and maybe we can schedule a show for the next Derby. But of course I can't work it because I'm going to be on the red carpet. Isn't that right, Danny Deals? Danny's the one
That's
that
right.
set up, by the way. Danny made
having the Derby special. Did you guys see the suit that Aaron Stephen wore at the Derby? Did you guys not see this? I mean, it was, I can't say custom made from head to toe because somebody else said that, but you get the picture.
Matches my hat.
Brother was looking as cool as the other side of the pillow.
Thank you. But what's interesting though, when people want to express, we talk about how we're starting to branch out now, right? Like we're going to, again, Florida is now a regular. Dothan, Alabama. We're going to be in Philly coming up too. I think I would be hard pressed not to think about that. What do you guys think in terms of the reception we're going to get there?
In Philadelphia?
Yeah.
Look, brother, I get the ticket reports every single day, and I can tell you those tickets are almost gone. So you need to start buying right now. If you want to see NWA 76 in Philadelphia at 2300 Arena, the historic ECW Arena, you got to get those tickets now. NWALiveEvents.com. We haven't even announced a single match yet, and we're filling that building. That's how
August 31st.
crazy the NWA.
I think that the trick to what Aaron's asking is like what that reception is going to be like. I think it's going to be whatever that reception is. People want to be there to see it.
Heavy booze, like every Northeast crowd is. Every Northeast crowd is loud, obnoxious, and it's awesome. So.
Yeah, Philly's an interesting town. I've never worked, or I've never even set foot in that arena.
Really? I find that hard to believe. I've worked somewhere you have it.
What's that?
I've worked somewhere you have it. That blows my mind.
Absolutely. I
you also worked at Whole Foods, brother. Like,
that's right.
Come on now.
Hey, as far as I'm concerned, that arena is a shithole, and so is Philadelphia. So I'm looking forward to clocking in and clocking out, getting on that plane back to Nashville, baby.
That's why we brought in Alex Taylor.
And roaches in the arena.
I'm going to clip that and send it to Kevin Keenan. You're going to break his heart.
That's all right. Of a
I'll go to the South Side.
I cannot wait to go back to the place that I used to go to all the time. Look at that. CyberSlam 2000. Oh, yeah, baby. Signed by Pat Kenny. And Jeff.
Wow. Well,
all right.
Philly has always been one of those crowds. And again, like I've had some moments of my career in Philly. And people think, okay, the Money in the Bank happened there, which was a really cool thing. But like, Philly is the crowd that solidified Mizdow. Not to get too whatever, but like Brooklyn was when like we were at the Barclays Center, and that's when like I just said, screw this, I'm doing it. And then the following night we were in Philly, and past that, like it was like they were the ones that said, okay, this is the thing. And they were so loud. And like it's to any of the talent, and I said this to them, going into Philadelphia, people, they try to like overthink things a lot. And I think, and as a company, our strategy in Philly, we simply need to give them the best professional wrestling show we can. And we need to aim for the best wrestling show to ever take place in that arena. And that is a lofty goal. And there's a lot of people that would kind of scoff at us. But you know what? As a company, I think we're all used to that now. we're all used to, like, again, we had that success pre-COVID where we were the hottest thing in the industry. Everyone was The Rock was tweeting about us, right? And then the pandemic happened and we struggled, but we persevered. And like, not only did we endure, you know, the budget and a world where we had to wrestle without fans, but we endured a lot of shade being slung at us. Would you all agree on that?
Oh, yeah.
Hard times, brother. Hard times.
Yeah, but we persevered. And again, I think as a company, we are so prepared for this. Like, we are going to go and we are going to blow the roof off that godforsaken rundown building. And that's all, right? I mean, that's pretty much what we're gearing up towards. So I'm looking forward to it. And of course, BFT retaining, you know, whoever we're going to be facing, retaining and walking out with the World Tag Team Championships.
You make multiple great points, Aaron. I've been following this Lightning One era of the NWA since the very beginning, and if there's any company that I feel like it is immune to anything at this point, like it just built to survive, it's the National Wrestling Alliance. This company has been through it all, just the highest of highs and lowest of lows, just through everything already, just in this little bit of time. And yeah, I'm not worried at all for the National Wrestling Alliance. The roster that this company has is just prepared.
The Six need a live mic in Philly.
That's right, baby. The Six pulling the cart. The company can't die.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
You know,
So
AT's development, you know, as a talent, you have come so far. And in AT, I tell you, you're great in the Southern Six, but if you ever think about branching off, don't be afraid to give me a call.
I don't know, man. I'd hate to put a mask over this beautiful face.
Hey, you wouldn't have to do that.
Okay.
You wouldn't have to do that, brother.
We'll talk.
All right.
I gotta say, I mean, it's hard to argue against Aaron Stevens. He is the manager of champions. BFT has been on top.
I'm sorry. I know I'm talking too much here, and I'll shut. But the manager of
not at all.
People call themselves manager. I'm the manager of champions. You know what I am? I'm the legend maker.
Ooh.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Let me update your card and my notes here.
The champ maker. The legend maker.
Here's a question. We've got Damage. We've got Carnage. If Alex Taylor was to become a member of BFT, would he be like Chaos? What was his nom de plume be?
AT. Again, I'm a fan of AT.
You don't need to repackage this, baby. I'm already there.
That's right. That's right. Well, you know what? The wrestling business, it's a funny industry. Things happen all the time, and you never know when you may need a manager. And I'm just letting you know, AT, the door's open. That's all. Okay. Not trying to solicit clients.
Well, I got respect for you, man. But we might be at odds coming up. You know, once Kerry and Thrillblade win the Crockett Cup, they might be coming after the World Tag Team titles.
Oh, that's a great point. I was going to say, Aaron Stevens, you've had BFT on top as World Tag Team Champions for a long time.
It is possible.
One thing I'd say, you know, respectfully, the only thing you haven't done with them is they did not win Crockett Cup 2023.
Kind of rude to say, Gary.
No.
Yeah.
And that's by design, because you see, a lot of people would say, "Oh, you lost the Crockett Cup to Murdoch and Knox and this and that." Let me explain something to you. If we did it all, what else is there to do? This is about longevity. We win the World Tag Team titles. We solidify our spots as the greatest tag team in not only the Lightning One era, but in all of pro wrestling. And now, for the final jewel in the crown, we win the Crockett Cup. This was designed, this was made, and it's all about money. You're welcome.
I like that. Thank you. Alex, I mean, you know, there is a play-in for the spot against BFT, and if it's going to be Thrillbilly and Kerry, Alex over here, Alex Slavinsky is suggesting you could dump the Southern Six and join Rush Freeman, rebrand the Il Begotten.
Yeah, I broke my Glock.
I was under the impression Rush left the country.
If
still posts from the U.S.
If the Six and BFT do meet, it would be in the finals because they're on the other ends of the bracket. So,
Mhm.
by the way, I'd like to point out Bubby, who is my dog. I believe is like Mr. Miyagi because I caught it just now.
Nice.
So,
With chopsticks.
little Miyagi.
Well, this low-key show has already turned into something else that I did not even predict, but I appreciate everybody
You're
being here.
welcome,
Let's
Jeff.
run through NWA Power real quick. What's coming up tomorrow on the show?
Let's do it.
It's going to be a huge NWA Power on demand.
No
It is
smoke.
free. You can watch it CWTV.com or on the app. NWA Power is on the CW. And there's no excuses not to get this thing. It is one of the best wrestling shows you'll ever watch. Tomorrow, we already talked about this a little bit. The Southern Six take on the Slime Balls in the Crockett Cup first round here. We're also going to see Tom Latimer is in action. We don't know, I guess,
He's gonna
who.
beat someone up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably the new
Tom
national
beat someone to
heavyweight
death.
champion, Tom
Yeah,
Latimer.
maybe you get. Yeah, right. It doesn't matter who it is.
Aaron Stevens had that title. What? Look at
It was the third degree
Tom's got it now,
championship.
brother. He's gonna beat someone to death.
third degree national champion, Aaron Stevens.
Yeah. What else is that?
We also we got the Stu Crew versus Daisy Kill and Talos.
Look
That's
out.
going to be huge. This is going to be interesting. And then finally, people have been asking about this. I've been seeing people ask about when is Max defending that television championship. Well,
Uh-oh.
the NWA World Television Championship is on the line tomorrow as Max finally defends against number one contender, Magic Jake
He's
Dubois.
been number one contender for like 6 months.
Yeah, Jake also held on to that contendership for a little bit too.
Smoking a cigarette.
Yeah.
He's not training for the match, obviously.
Yeah.
That is how he trains.
Maybe that is how he's training. He's trying
Yeah.
to breathe in the sulfur and all the other things that come from the fumes of hell.
He's
Smoking
trying to
cigarettes
get his
into his
lungs
lungs
to
to be ready.
be the wasteland so that he could fight the wasteland.
Exactly.
No. Well, this,
No? Okay.
Alex doesn't seem to be buying it. Alex, I want to see you challenge for the television championship. That's what
All in due time, baby.
all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Ease up. Don't get hot.
Come on. Can't be the belt collector Alex over here. Come on.
Not yet.
All right.
Let me get
And
the junior title first.
I can't end the show, and you guys can decide if there's anything else you want to talk about, but we're not getting out of here because I promised these people on Memorial Day we would still have a moment of Sal for everybody.
It's believed that sharing is caring. So yes, to the Vickies, to the Nickies, and all the Veronicas. The brew that we mix together is the brew that we share together forever. Yes, I think this cup's gonna be big enough. Follow me.
So,
My cat didn't like that.
Yeah, I was going to say.
that's
All
it.
the
not
hatred
like
David
Sal.
Perez
Moment of
got to
Sal
be.
for this week.
Leave it. Bye.
I do
Oh,
want
we
some
have to have a
Kool-Aid
moment
now.
of Sal every week. It's just, it's part of the show now. So even if we don't understand it, it's alcoholics.
He tried to end my life, brother. No,
Yeah.
He tried to kill that
You're
dude.
still holding on to that, huh?
I'll
He
never
tried
let
to
that
kill
go.
him.
Good. Rightfully so.
He tried to kill him, and Medusa tried to blind me. Moments apart.
I
was
love
rough
the
night.
grudges that
That was
you
a rough
hold.
night.
What's a holiday? Check out if you got some downtime right now. There's plenty of stuff on the CW for you to check out. There's a new NWA Power dropping tomorrow. If you're not caught up, all the episodes are on demand, free of charge for you to watch. You can also watch Billy Corgan's Adventures in Carneyland and see a lot of these people all over that show. So you should check that out too. It's getting rave reviews all over the place. Like Kyle mentioned, it's like almost
9.0, baby.
it's like a
IMDb.
9.0 on IMDb right now.
That's
Everybody
better
who
than
watches
Gone
it.
with the Wind. Just to put it in perspective.
There you
Everybody
go.
but me and you,
Check out-
Gary. But there's also a coupon.
I mean, I'm in there, like, in the background, walking
You're
around.
in
Luckily,
there.
not picking my
Number
nose or
Hollywood Park
anything.
episode where the truck does something that I don't want to spoil. You're in there a lot.
That's true. That's true. I am there then. I was
What's
lucky
your
enough
coupon code?
Great.
to not be responsible for, but be a part of that
You were
moment. in
there.
time.
Coupon
Your job.
Yeah, exactly.
Wasn't your fault.
Anyway,
Nope.
Aaron and Alex, thank you so much for joining us today. This has been a
Very
lot of fun.
Good time, brother.
It's been a blast. For all of you in the chat, thank you for being here. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you
Keep
for
on going.
everybody. We love you guys.
Keep
Until
on
next
going.
week.
Keep on
Oh,
going.
yeah, sorry. Let's one more time. Right now, 20% off in the shop. Memorable Deals 24. Get on that. Till next week, everybody, please enjoy your gravy cakes, people.